Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, my friends. It's that time of year. It's Evo season. Evo 2025 is now a little bit over a week away now, and Evo is always a big deal. The best fighting game players in the world will be descending on Las Vegas to determine who is the best of the best of the best in their respective games. So there's going to be a lot of fantastic play, a lot of fantastic matches. It's going to be fun to watch. And of course, if you're there, there's going to be a lot of fun goodies to go buy, go see, and just a lot of things to participate in. And of course, to be all the way real, Evo is partially a marketing event as well. And there's going to be a lot of fun reveals and surprises on site. Like, say, Marvel Tocon Fighting Souls. So that debuted not too long ago, made a gigantic splash. It's the next fighting game by Arc System Works, and it's being published by Sony. And Sony, coincidentally, also owns Evo, funnily enough. And now it just recently got announced that, hey, Marvel Tocon will be playable on site. If you want to wait in line, by the way, my hot tip is show up early. If you're going to be like here after lunch, the line's probably going to be like 3 hours long. Show up early to get in line for the game. And Evo being Evo, and it being a marketing event in part, could we expect, a big fancy trailer for Marvel Tocon, a character reveal or two? And I would say almost certainly. If you got fighting game stuff to reveal, Evo is assuredly the event to do it at. And of all the safe bets to put money on, this is about the safest bet. Expect a bunch of Marvel Tocon news and info at Evo, and we're going to get a lot of gameplay from people playing on the various cabinets as well. Because, right now, gameplay is, admittedly, a little bit of a mystery. There's a lot we do not know currently about the game. And expect to be swamped in Marvel Tocon info, and hopefully, I'll have a video or two about that myself. But yeah, surest of sure bets, when we're looking at big reveals and info at Evo, Marvel Tocon's like the surest of all of them. Expect some kind of extra fun trailers on site at some point during the event. Another thing that's going to be playable on the show floor is Ken for Fatal Fury. And SNK has proven now, kind of year after year, when they show up for Evo, they show up big. Now, who's to say, we already know all the DLC, right? So we know Ken, after Ken will be Joe. So, there's no mystery there, but we still don't know stuff like a Ken release date. They've done some silly things in the past, just drop random bombshells at Evo out of nowhere. Like, say, when they announced Fatal Fury was in development to begin with. It's one of those things where it's a bit harder to guess what they're going to do, if they're going to do anything. But just given their track record at Evo in years past, SNK always shows up to Evo with something to prove. So who knows what it'll be, but I feel like there's going to be a surprise or two in store for everyone when it comes to SNK. And of course, we keep talking these playable demos. Sagat will be playable at Evo as well. Sagat is releasing very shortly after Evo concludes. He comes out August the 5th. The final day of Evo is August the 3rd, so very shortly thereafter. And assuredly, a lot of people will be on site just trying to break everything down about him, right? They're going to be using these playtest sessions as basically labbing sessions, just try to figure out combos and gimmicks and gigaws. And of course, hey, that's what you would expect. This is the FGC after all. But does Capcom just show up to Evo of all things? Playable Sagat on site, very, very nice. Can't take that away. I'm looking forward to playing Sagat myself, right? But do they show up to Evo and just okay, here's the thing, good enough, smell you later? I don't know about that. The only question is, what would they show if they have anything to show? Because, I guess you could say there could be a Marvel vs. Capcom 4 in development, or say Capcom vs. SNK 3. I can't take that possibility away, I suppose. I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not, but I guess they could show up and say Marvel 4 and CVS 3 are both happening. I guess that's not impossible, however unlikely it may be. But they might have something smaller scale to show off, say, after, Grand Finals for Street Fighter. Hey, here's a Sea Viper World Tour trailer. Hey, we have another guest collaboration, as we've done with in the past. Say, that's when they announced the Ninja Turtles collab at Evo a few years ago. And this guest collab, instead of Battle Hub costumes, is real costumes. I think that would probably win a few hearts and minds. That'd be something nice to do. But it's hard to get a gauge on it, because either they got something that's kind of small, if anything at all, or if it's not small, it has to be titanically the biggest thing of the show in an all-new game announcement. And eventually they will make new games. I just don't know if now is the time. I would love it, though, myself. Capcom is a pretty big question mark. Now, what about the Mortal Kombat front? Mortal Kombat, a little beleaguered in recent times. Let's call it for what it is. NRS always bounces back, though. Are they working on the next game? Assuredly, absolutely. Is that next game Injustice 3? Frankly, probably. But is it too early to announce Injustice 3? Yeah. Also, NRS probably wouldn't announce that here. It definitely feels like a Game Awards kind of thing. That would be later this year, if it's even gonna be this year. MK1 is one of the main games at EVO this year. It's one of the main stage games, and the announced collection from not too long ago will be on site. EVO, among other places, is one of the places they're doing a little bit of a tour showing off the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. And NRS did make a very interesting announcement the other day, that shortly thereafter EVO, Mortal Kombat 1 will be receiving a major patch. I know MK1's not everyone's favorite MK, but those major patches they've been putting out, especially for this year, have been very good. Very, very good, especially that last major patch. So if they're doing another major patch and it's anything to the scale of that size of the last patch, like, count me in. I'm very interested to see where that will go. So for the MK front, probably nothing major, but maybe a little hint of what's to come in the future. And hey, speaking of beleaguered games, Tekken 8, obviously, Season 2... did not work out, and obviously there's been a lot of course correction. We're trying to get back where we need to be, and I think they're doing it to a degree. I think they're somewhat successful in that, but a lot of damage has been done, and will whatever being revealed at this year's EVO save it? Well, probably not. You gotta work your way back into people's good graces. So what do I expect out of Bandai Namco and Tekken 8 specifically? Not too much, although what I expect them to have will, I think, be very well received, in that I think this is the best place to showcase the full and proper Armor King trailer. Armor King is a wildly popular character, wildly beloved. Everyone loves Armor King. You showed the trailer here at EVO 2025, easy win, lots of people are very happy. And we do have that upcoming all-new character that we don't know anything about, so that release date is winter, that's a whiles away, right? But maybe just a little teaser. Tekken's known for showcasing some stuff very far in advance compared to other fighting games. So a full trailer for Armor King and maybe just a hint at who this new character may be. Nothing set in stone, nothing is for sure. To be sure, nothing is for sure. But I feel like it's a safe bet. So if Tekken's going to do things kind of by the numbers, who's going to save 3D fighting games at EVO? Well, I got an answer for you, and that's going to be Virtua Fighter. It's been a while since the last news drop for Virtua Fighter. That was EVO Japan, and that was a while ago. And we are, frankly, due for more Virtua Fighter news, and it's all the easier to say we're probably going to get something, because Sega is going to have a Virtua Fighter booth on site at EVO, and floor space ain't cheap, y'all. They're not going to have a booth if not for a reason. Let's put it that way. So, kind of a big deal already. That's a good indicator, and as recently as of this morning, Richiro Yamada, one of the head honchos over at RGG Studios, famous for the Yakuza games, and also the person who is in charge of the RGG-led Virtua Fighter project, kind of being coy that he himself will be at EVO. This is the time, this is the place, this is where you have to hit the hardest, okay? Y'all know I'm an unabashed, unashamed Virtua Fighter fanboy, okay? So I'm not here to be even level or even keel with you guys on this. It's been a long time since the last Virtua Fighter game, last numbered Virtua Fighter game. This is where they need to hit hard. This is where they got to win over the core audience. This is where they got to do something big. Not to say they can't do some smaller scale stuff as well. A little whiles back, they announced that Virtua Fighter 5 Revo, which is Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown with the new Code of Pain and a new balance, and that's kind of coming to everything. It's currently only on PC, but PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch 2, cross-play as well on everything. It has the rollback netcode that you want. VF5 is a great game if you've never played it. It's a good game to try out to prepare for Virtua Fighter 6. So a release date, this would be the place to do it. If maybe they even do that special, it's out now kind of deal. This absolutely has to be the place they announce that, right? Like, if not here, then when? So I expect that. And I expect Virtua Fighter 6, at least a new character trailer. They did tease another character. It could be a lot of things. It could be an all-new character. It could theoretically be Brad Burns. It could even be Jackie, potentially, right? Who knows who it is? There's been some scuttlebutt that they're going to do the crazy thing, and they're going to pull a Luke And this would be like a new character for Virtua Fighter 6, and they would also patch him into Virtua Fighter 5 Revo, adding a new character to a 20-year-old game, well, near 20-year-old game. That'd be something, but it'd definitely get people excited. I don't know if it'll quite go that far, but like, this is the time, this is the place. There is stuff to announce, there is stuff to show off. This is where you gotta do it, Sega. Rest assured, I'm at EVO. I'm going to be there. And if there is any news for Virtua Fighter at all to be found, I will be there to find it and report it for y'all. You are not going to get me in the same building as these people and not have me scrounge out like some little bit of info for you. Of everything at EVO potentially that could be there, this is what I'm most excited for by a mile. So Sega, please give us something. Showcase something. We're waiting for it. Trust me, people are hungry for the new VF. Go crazy, give us hell. And more people with presence on the show floor. Hey, we have 2XKO, kind of a big deal as well. And we have the most, as of the other day, recently announced character, Vi. And Vi will be playable on the show floor. And of course, with Vi, they did say, they gave us a number for characters at launch, and we still don't know all the characters for launch. Not too long after EVO, September the 9th, if I remember correctly, the game will go into effectively the soft launch of the game. So it's not 1.0 technically, but it's going to be a closed beta that's never turning off. And if you've been invited in the past for the previous betas, you're already in, by the way. And this unending beta will eventually lead into the proper 1.0 launch. So there's still some characters to show off. And if they have a presence at EVO, they have a presence at EVO. And, we got the show floor and all that, EVO's a good place for announcements. So perhaps these final mystery characters for the game, this is maybe where they finally get shown off in some form or another. No guarantees, but feels like a pretty safe bet to me. You got to build up that hype, right? And EVO is the place to build up hype for a fighting game. And of course, there's a lot of things we just know about, right? Like, say for Guilty Gear Strive. For Arc System Works as a whole, I think Tocon is going to be the showcase for this year. But we do have the Lucy trailer for Cyberpunk, the guest character, and that has been confirmed that will showcase here at EVO 2025. So that's nice. And also, as we highlighted in another video not too long ago, Arc System Works is working on other things and are very interested in doing other things with Guilty Gear as a franchise as well, and might have some big things in store. So this could be a breakout year for Arc Sys. Lucy trailer, the guest character, that's going to be cool. Everything with Marvel Tocon is going to be a very big deal, assuredly. But could there be even more? Potentially. We'll have to wait and see, but this could be a big year. And of course, it's not just all the big hitters, right? Lots of titles are going to have their chance to announce something, showcase something. Yeah, it could be a big deal. Maybe it'll be a small deal. But like, regardless of the size and scale, this is the showcase for a lot of fighting games. Like, say, Grand Blue might have something. We also know that a lot of indie games will be on the show floor this year. A lot of these indie fighting games are development teams of like 1 to 3 people. It is difficult for an indie game to get eyeballs, especially in this genre. Well, on this channel, I do my best to cover a lot of indie games, a lot of smaller games, as well as the big titles, because I'm here for all fighting games. And this is your chance, if you're on site, to go see a lot of these games in person. Some of the games I've covered on the channel before already, and some of these games, like even me, this is the first I'm hearing about them, right? So please check out the indie areas at EVO as well. A lot of these smaller scale games can have some of the coolest ideas and coolest gameplay you've ever seen in a fighting game, so check them out. There is assuredly going to be a lot of news, a lot of info, and a whole bunch of reveals, from small scale stuff to like big stuff that I'm sure will break your brain, right? That's all going down this year at EVO 2025. And of course, on this channel, I'll do my best to cover everything I can. I'll be there in person, so hopefully I can get some hands-ons or even maybe an exclusive. I don't know, that'd be cool. I'd like that. We'll see, I guess. I don't actually know. But I'll be doing my best to just bring all the news I can to you. And if you see me on the show floor, don't be afraid to wave me down and say hi. It's sure to be an interesting time, and for now, that's all the news I got for you. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some fighting games.